little bit better practice today?
Yeah, it was a little better tempo in the individual drills. I thought when we went to team, we did quite a bit of team today, and I thought it got a little guys got a little tired, and you can see in their legs, and we got to learn to push through that in those situations.
Who stood out?
Again, the young cap, Aaron Jones. I think the minor fans can expect to see him play this year, and his tempo's been outstanding. I've been very impressed with Darren Lufasa, the freshman fullback. I think Jamil is getting more comfortable in our offense every day, and that's a good sign for us. And then defensively, guys that have stood out on a daily basis have been Horace Miller. He's done a nice job. I think Tron Roberson's done a nice job, especially coming back from a couple of knee injuries. He's shown a lot of guts out there. So all in all, we got a lot of work to do.
Does the defense look maybe a little further along than you thought?
I think Coach Stoker's done an outstanding job. We had a couple long runs on us today, but mainly versus the two group. But implementing a new system this short a time, never having a chance to meet with the players during the summer, I think he's done an outstanding job along with his staff.
All right, so to get this straight, he's now coaching linebackers.
He's coaching linebackers. Robert
Rodriguez
is coaching nickel safeties because we're a nickel 4-2-5. Gabe Franklin is coaching the secondary, and Andrew Browning is coaching the D-line. That's how they break it up on defense.
Okay, so Robert Rodriguez is just coaching like the one
nickel safety, correct?
Nickel safety. All right, and then I wanted to ask you about the receivers. I guess Jordan Leslie, the leader of that group.
Jordan's done a nice job, and been impressed with Ian Hamilton, Malcolm Trail. And the other guy that's kind of caught my eye is Jones. He's done a nice job this camp running routes and returning punts. I think we'll have a solid receiver group. And there's some guys battling for depth as well.
And Jones is your holder too?
He's worked at that, correct. And we're working a few other guys at that position.
What's up on the receivers? I guess is Leslie the kind of the leader of your group?
Yeah, I think so. He was, I think, the leading receiver from a year ago, or the leading returner. He's really a talented kid. He's probably 6'2", 220, runs really well, has good hands, and thus far he's had a really good camp.
I guess kind of replacing a lot at that position. Is it kind of incumbent on him to kind of lead the group?
Well, I think so. He's got a little more playing time than anybody else. But I think I certainly think he's going to do a fine job. I think we've got a good core of receivers. They just haven't played very much, so I think the key here is we're rather inexperienced.
Who's coming along of the other guys?
Ian's stepping up, doing well, as is Devin. Jim Jones has been doing a good job returning punts and making plays in the passing game as well. Terrell is going to be a good player for us. He played, I think, in 4 or 5 games a year ago, so he has a little experience. So we've got a really good nucleus. We just got to get more consistency. One day we'll practice pretty well, and then the next day not so well.
What's going to be the key for that group?
We're going to have to be physical, I think. We got some big-bodied kids. Having a strong running game is going to be a staple of our offense. These kids have got to be unselfish and like I said, they've got to be physical and get in there and block downfield and spring some of those tailbacks for some long runs. I think they're certainly going to get some good opportunities in the passing game as well. But we really kind of got to have a blue-collar approach with this group.
You're sort of the main guy back. Is there a lot of pressure on you to kind of be the leader of the group?
Yes, sir. The receiving corps voted me as the leader, as the receivers, and I know there's a lot of pressure coming to that. And I know with new coaches, nobody has a guaranteed spot, but it's good to come back with a lot of experience, and I can teach the young guys some of the stuff I learned in games and stuff I learned from Mike.
All right. I guess how's the new offense? I guess not having a spring to go through, does that make it a little tougher?
It's tough. But luckily, with my injuries, I was able to sit on the sidelines, watch different people's technique and stuff like that, like people like Devin Patterson and Trail and even Literature, Ian we call him. And it's good to see guys like that, and they helped me a lot with the plays. And during the summer, me and Jamil, him coming into a new offense, we worked hard to try to get the new offense down.
How is it going with Jamil?
It's good. He throws a great ball. You can see he has a great work ethic. He's always wanting to stay after, watch film. Every time I talk to him, you just got to have a film session or something like that. And he always wants to work extra, always texting me, come on, let's go run routes and stuff like that.